Hey everybody, Steve here. So this little look back on my trip to Hawaii, Wake Island. This is a view of Diamond Head from the beach right across from the, wasn't across from my hotel, it was a little bit of a walk, but it's down by the Halikoa on Waikiki Beach. So this is a nice little shot of Waikiki, beautiful day, and isn't every day a beautiful day there in Hawaii? I guess so, except when a typhoon's coming through, I guess. But it was awful nice. Didn't go swimming. So this nice little walkthrough, like I mentioned, I walked through this park on the way to the beach. But this is an old, well, this is kind of a military park here. It's a nice one of those trees like they had down at Key West. Pretty tree. It's a nice little park. It's I think the military owns this land here. That whole area they kind of snapped up after Pearl Harbor. And turned it into, kind of took charge of it all and everything else. But that whole area down there used to be, back in the long time ago, used to be fish ponds for the Hawaiian Islanders. Chickens are around everywhere there. So flew out, it was about 4.5 hour flight from Hawaii west to Wake Island, crossed the date line. That's kind of a view of Wake from on the way in. And this is a nice little aerial shot here. As you can see the runway. It's a coral atoll, so it's got kind of the inside part there, nice little lagoon in the middle. The Japanese actually invaded Wake Island, World War II, captured all the Marines, shipped them off, and they kept contractors there working on building revetments and things for airplanes and all, and they ended up killing all of them before the Americans came back and liberated the island. A lot of them were tried and executed, the Japanese that had done that. So, but this is a nice little shot of the around where we stayed. It's a little rough around the edges, a little old, but it's mostly it's all military contractors and everything else that kind of works out there. I don't think there's any civilians on Wake Island. There's no native population. If you listen, it's all coral, broken up coral. You can hear this bird. It's also a bird sanctuary. There's birds everywhere flying around. They're nesting right now. I'll show you this next shot. You can see the nests up in the trees. They were pretty aggressive. You can hear them. They're starting to get a little irritated with me. I kind of gave them a wide berth, but you see them all in the trees there. It's a bird sanctuary. This is kind of a look at the beach area they have, which is pretty nice. Nice little Adirondack chairs. That low tide, you can get across to that other island over there. Right there. They say you got to let them know, the fire department know if you're going over there in case you get stuck. So this is kind of nice little area. It was really nice there. It was nice breeze going. It wasn't too hot. The sun's pretty intense, but it wasn't too hot. It's pretty nice there. And this nice little shot of the coral there. So it's all calcified coral, and they'll break it up. That's on the beach there, but they used it for construction material also for the runway. It's a nice shot looking down the beach. So not really sandy beach there. It's a little rough. It'd be tough to lay out on a blanket on that. Looking back the other way towards that island I was telling you about. So it's a beautiful day. Really is a tropical paradise there. That was an old pillbox there from World War II. I think it was the Americans built that one. But didn't bother looking in there. I was a little afraid too. But there's little mice running around everywhere in that place. I guess they had an infestation of them. But they're little cute little kangaroo-looking mice, not rats like I was told. So it kind of freaked me out. But they were running all around in that undergrowth there. This is a Japanese torpedo that they found. It's kind of cool. This is outside of their little club there. Some machine gun mounts and things like that. There's an anchor. It's kind of cool. It's a nice little view there at sunset from the beach. That the bridge there to the left, I think that was an old Japanese bridge. Saw the Milky Way from there. That was very cool. And that's the only second time I've ever seen the Milky Way. So this was the view. We sat out there, watched the sunset, saw the Milky Way. It was a beautiful night. Beautiful night. Then we flew back to Hawaii. This is a view from my hotel room, looking back over into Honolulu. Little canal behind the hotel. We went out for a drive out to see the Valley of the Temples. This was a nice little mountain view on the way out to where we're going. Valley of the Temples. A lot of different. There's some churches. There's a Japanese or a Buddhist temple there. This Japanese guy built. This is it right here. It's really nice there. Kind of walked around, checked it out. So this guy built this, I think back in the late 60s, he built this. Nice koi pond. Go in, had to take our shoes off going in there. It's just a Buddhist shrine there, temple. Another nice view of it. They had a big bell there that you would ring. It was to cleanse your soul before you went into the temple. That's kind of what they do. That kind of clears the soul. So, judging by how some people were ringing it, I guess they needed a lot of soul cleansing. So, kind of a shot on the inside there. I love the little rock garden there with all the grooves and everything cut in. It's a nice little black swan out on the water. Her soul must be pretty cleansed. She didn't ring it very hard. Some people were really banging on that thing. So then we went to the Kualoa Ranch. This is where they filmed a lot of stuff from Jurassic Park. So this was an old temple there, and then this is a nice view of around. That's a man-made fish pond there in the foreground. They kind of blocked it off. And grew fish there for protein. So there was, whenever you needed, fish. That's a sea turtle island. If you look at it, it looks like a sea turtle, with the head on the left and the shell on the right. I thought that was a nice shot. They filmed this little valley here at the ranch is where they filmed a lot of stuff from Jurassic Park and the new Jurassic Park movies. They've got some of the movie sites still there. We took a drive and took a hike up this little ridge here and kind of filming down into the valley. So the ridge kind of fell away to the right. It's just right on the edge looking down. This is kind of a better shot. So this was back over on the other ridge. This was the ridge line we were standing on, and then off to the left is the valley. Really pretty there. They've got some horseback riding and things like that there, horseback trails. It's really cool. It's out on the eastern part of Oahu. That's Chinaman's Hat Rock, I think is what they call that. Not a very PC name, but that's what they call it. Looking over at the Sea Turtle Island there in the distance. It was kind of dry there. I guess it's not the rainy season yet, but this was a park nearby. Looking back over towards, that's the Chinaman's Hat Island there. Nice, beautiful park. We spent altogether on this trip, probably spent 4 days in Hawaii, so it was pretty nice. This was a nice little getaway. Went the crew, a bunch of us went out. It's a nice day. And it's flying, a nice San Francisco flyby. You can kind of barely see the Golden Gate there, a little bit in the foreground. So, hope you enjoyed the trip, and let me know what you think. Take care.